All right, we're back in session on item 14, consideration of resolution for first reading adoption or suspension of the rules. Can we have a motion to suspend the rules?
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules.
All right, moved by Mr. Gallagher and seconded by Mr. Germain. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. And we note that Ms. Conwell is excused. She had a family emergency. Okay, go ahead.
Resolution number 2013-0186, a resolution amending the 2012-2013 biennial operating budget for 2013 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund and other funding sources, for appropriation transfers between budget accounts, and for cash transfers between budgetary funds in order to meet the budgetary needs of various county departments, offices, and agencies, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
To adopt.
Moved by Mr. Miller and seconded by Mr. Germana.
Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Miller.
It provides a transfer to meet some additional Health and Human Services personnel needs. It appropriates grants and transfers levy money to the designated agencies. Ask for your approval.
All right, any other questions or comments? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Item 0187.
Resolution number 2013-0187, a resolution approving a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and Communications Workers of America, Local 4340, representing approximately 59 employees and 6 classifications in the Sheriff's Department for the period January 1, 2012 through December 31, 2014. Directing that funds necessary to implement the collective bargaining agreement be budgeted and appropriated, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Moved by Mr. Schron and seconded by Mr. Miller. This is the item that we discussed in executive session, so council has been apprised of the details of this. All right, any other questions or comment? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Items C and D are on the agenda under suspension of the rules because they must be approved before the second Monday in September because these maintenance agreements with the sewer district. So that's why they're on now.
Resolution number 2013-0188, a resolution fixing the 2014 sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment rates for County Sewer District Numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, and 24, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Moved by Mr. Brady and seconded by Mr. Schron. Any discussion on these items? All right, all those, yeah.
Have these rates changed? Have they gone up, or are they remaining the same? Or
Bonnie will come up and explain.
Thank you, Bonnie Teowen, Director of Public Works. The rates are not going up. Some of them have changed based on the distribution between sanitary, storm, and/or water. So the actual lineal footage didn't change, but it may have, the percentage for each of those categories may have changed.
just so I'm clear, based on the linear footage of someone's property, there's a division of how much goes to sanitary, how much goes to storm, how much, you're saying that those ratios have changed, which could lead to an increase or potentially a decrease?
Correct. So every year we look at the balances with each of our communities. They may have an excess of stormwater, they may have an excess or stormwater funding, or an excess of or not enough sanitary. We work with each community to find out exactly where their needs are for the upcoming years and future years. If a community knows that they have a lot of sanitary capital improvement projects and they want to build up that fund, they might say, take my $3 per lineal foot and what used to be $1.50 for sanitary, make that $2, but still keep the total $3 where they're taking the difference out of their water fund or their storm fund. So the lineal feet for each of the communities is all staying the same. It's just that balance between the three different divisions.
So there's no additional cost to the homeowner?
That would have been the easy way to say it. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, any other question? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it. Item 0189.
Excuse me. Resolution number 2013-0189, a resolution approving and confirming the 2014 sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment assessments for County Sewer District numbers 1, 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, and 24, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Moved by Mr. Shrine and seconded by Mr. Brady. Any discussion on this item? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, item 15, consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2013-0190, a resolution making an award on requisition number 27675 to C&K Industrial Services Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,670,690 for cleaning and televising sanitary sewers in various communities for the period October 1, 2013 through September 30, 2015, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
That goes to Public Works.
Resolution number 2013-0191, a resolution authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1100-590 with Reserve Apartments for lease of office space located at 1701 East 12th Street, Cleveland, for use by various county divisions and a department for the period October 1, 2011 through September 30, 2014, to change the scope of services effective October 1, 2013, and for additional funds in the amount of $220,000.03, authorizing the county executive to execute the amendment and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Matter goes to Public Works.
Resolution number 2013-0192, a resolution amending the 2012-2013 biennial operating budget for 2013 by providing for an additional fiscal appropriation from the general fund in order to meet the budgetary needs of a county department, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This matter will go to Finance and Budget. This matter was actually pulled out of the regular biweekly report, placed on this agenda. Now it'll go back to the Finance and Budget Committee.
Resolution number 2013-0193, a resolution making a Cuyahoga County 911 Consolidation Shared Services Fund award to Chagrin Valley Dispatch Council of Governments in the amount not to exceed $330,000 for public safety answering point consolidation support for the period September 1, 2013 through December 31, 2014, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with said award in this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
That goes to Public Safety and Justice Affairs.
Resolution number 2013-0194, a resolution authorizing a master services agreement with the Metro Health System in the total amount not to exceed $4,417,955.84 for various services for various time periods, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective in the amounts for the services for the departments and for the time periods as printed on the agenda, items E1 through 4.
This matter will go to Public Safety, Justice Affairs.
Resolution number 2013-0195, a resolution making an award on requisition number 28280 to Emerald Development and Economic Network Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,383,696 for managing the Shelter Plus Care sponsor-based rental assistance program in connection with the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act for the period August 1, 2013 through July 31, 2014, authorizing the county county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award in this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This matter goes to Health and Human Services. Item 16, committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of the rule. This will actually only apply to items B through I, since there's been some discussion about sending A back to committee. So can I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules.
All right, been moved and seconded. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Go ahead and read item 0169.
Resolution number 2013-0169, a resolution making an award on requisition number 24534 to Welcome House Incorporated in the amount of $650,000 for sale of the County Archives Building, authorizing a lease for said building in the amount of $12 for a 12-month period commencing on the closing date of said sale, authorizing the county executive to take all necessary actions and to execute all documents necessary to consummate the contemplated transactions, authorizing the Director of Public Works to administer the project, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
I believe it's the prerogative of the chair to refer this back to committee, but we can go ahead and make a motion. If someone would like to make a motion to send it back to committee, we can.
Send this back to committee of the whole.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
So this will be back in the committee of the whole, and we've been asking, I've asked the administration, one of my concerns is about the plan for the storage of records, and I've been told that that's forthcoming, so we'll hear that at committee of the whole. All right, go on to item B.
Resolution number 2013-0175, a resolution amending the 2012-2013 biennial operating budget for 2013 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund and other funding sources, for appropriation transfers between budget accounts, and for cash transfers between budgetary funds in order to meet the budgetary needs of various county departments, offices, and agencies, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Adopt.
Moved by Mr. Miller and seconded by Mr. Rogers. You want to be heard on this, Mr. Miller?
Madam President, my colleagues, this item appropriates the $380,000 for the College Now Scholarship Program. It provides additional funding for the Crime Lab, Prisoner Board and Care, Sheriff's Office Transportation, and Public Works per the second quarter budget review. We held out the appropriation for the college savings program, and that will be heard separately, as the council president pointed out, resolution that was introduced today.
All right, any other questions, discussions? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, 0176.
Resolution number 2013-0176, a resolution authorizing a contract with Alliance Soccer Dome in the amount of $54,750 for lease of parking spaces located at 6060 West Canal Road, Valley View, for the period November 15, 2012 through November 14, 2015. Authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Moved by Mr. Jones and seconded by Mr. Rogers. Anybody want to be heard on this?
This contract with Alliance Soccer Dome, it has a 3-year term for the lease, and the payments will be made in 12 quarterly installments. And I do recommend this for passage. Approval or passage.
All right, any other questions on this? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, 0177.
Resolution number 2013-0177, a resolution making an award on requisition number 24534 to Everlasting Baptist Church in the amount of $100,000 for sale of the Glenville NFSC building located at 12212 St. Clair Avenue, Cleveland, authorizing the county executive to take all necessary actions and to execute all documents necessary to consummate the contemplated transaction, authorizing the Director of Public Works to administer the project, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Jones and Mr. Miller, I think I heard the loudest. Any discussion on this item?
And Madam President, this particular property, we are selling to Everlasting Baptist Church in the amount of $100,000. It certainly was a liability on the part of the county, and what made Everlasting one of the more appealing bidders and the winning bidder, I think, was their intent to use it as a workforce development facility to provide food service training in the food service arena. And that's really a critical need, particularly in this community, to provide workforce development. So what I saw from this project was really an opportunity to partner with this church. We certainly can't mandate or legislate that they do their intended use of workforce development in the food service arena, but we certainly can see it as an opportunity to work with them, to help them, again, possibly through our workforce development department. This council itself has approved dollars to train residents of this county in food services. That's happening right now on Superior Avenue through the Lutheran Metropolitan Ministries. So again, I really see it as an opportunity to strengthen the work that they're doing at this particular church, if this is their intention. And I almost parallel it to what we do when it comes to the food pantries. We provide dollars through this committee, through this council, $1 million to the Cleveland Food Bank. But that money is, that food is distributed in the community through the churches and through other institutions, but a good segment of them are, a good segment of the churches are providing this service. So it's a partnership between the church and the government. It's not politicized, but just good service to the community. And with that being a model, I can see an opportunity to meet another need, again, which is workforce development, providing and building that capacity. So I see more than just us gaining $100,000 from this project. And maybe because we're gaining $100,000, it would certainly be worth it to build off of what I see as an opportunity to again, not just with this church, but to replicate this when other opportunities, if other opportunities present themselves. So I do recommend this item for passage.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Anyone else? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Res-
Go ahead.
Resolution number 2013-0178, a resolution making an award and requisition number 24534 to Olmsted Township Board of Trustees in the amount of $85,000 for sale of the Brentwood Development Site located at 8544 Usher Road, Olmsted Township, authorizing the county executive to take all necessary actions and to execute all documents necessary to consummate the contemplated transaction, authorizing the Director of Public Works to administer the project and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Jones and seconded by Mr. Shrine. Mr. Jones, you want me heard on this one?
And this Brentwood development site is actually right across the street from the Vitamix company. And Vitamix is very supportive of this transaction. Green space, I believe, will be developed here, and it will actually be a place for Vitamix's employees to use. So the township, it's being transferred to Olmsted Township. In the course of 3 years, they will make payments, and the title will change after the final payment. And I do recommend it for approval.
Okay, thank you. Anything further? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Resolution number 2013-0180, a resolution authorizing an agreement with State of Ohio Office of the Auditor in the amount not to exceed $647,800 for an annual audit for calendar year 2012 for the period April 30, 2013 through December 31, 2013, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with this resolution and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt. Second.
All right, this one always kind of galls me. We got to pay them. They're going to come and audit us, and then we got to pay them. Any discussion on this? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Resolution number 2013-0181, a resolution making an award on requisition number 28277 to the Salvation Army in the amount of $527,499 for the past transitional housing program in connection with the fiscal year 2012 Continuum of Care Homeless Assistance Grant Programs and the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act for the period October 1, 2013 through September 30, 2014, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Brady and seconded by Mr. Schrod. Any discussion on this item?
Madam Chairperson, this award to my favorite Army will provide stable short-term housing for homeless men and assistance with finding permanent housing and employment. It's 100% federally funded.
All right, any other
And I would-
questions?
I would seek approval.
Anytime we get money from the federal government, we'll take it. Any other questions, discussion? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it.
Resolution number 2013-0182, a resolution making an award on requisition number 27041 to Rest Care Workforce Services in the amount not to exceed $992,237 for a work experience program for Ohio Works First Cash recipients for the period October 1, 2013 through September 30, 2014, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award in this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Approval.
Second.
All right, moved by Mr. Brady and seconded by Mr. Schrod. Any discussion on this item?
Madam Chairperson, this award provides funding for required workforce experience activities for those receiving cash assistance through Jobs and Family Services. Again, it's 100% federal funded through TANF.
All right, any other discussion? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Resolution number 2013-0183, a resolution authorizing amendments to contracts with various providers for placement services for the period October 1, 2011 through December 31, 2013, to change the scope of services and the terms effective July 1, 2013, authorizing the county executive to execute the amendments and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective for the contracts, the providers, and additional funds or not additional funds as printed on the agenda, items I, 1, and 2.
Move
Approval.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Brady and seconded by Mr. Schrod. Any discussion on this item?
Madam Chairperson, this resolution approves amendments to 2 more board and care contracts for children in the care of the Division of the Children and Family Services. The federal funds are 29%, the HH levy funds are 71%. And I seek approval.
All right, any discussion on this? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, item 17, committee reports and consideration of ordinance for second reading and adoption under suspension of the rules.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules.
Moved by Mr. Gallagher and seconded by Mr. Germain to suspend the rule, the reading of a third reading. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. This matter is time sensitive. I guess we have we need a motion to adopt. Or we got to read it. I'm
Read
sorry.
it into the record. Ordinance number 2013-0021, an ordinance enacting Chapter 713 of the Cuyahoga County Code to establish various dog license fees effective December 1, 2013, and declaring the necessity that this ordinance become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Simon and seconded by Mr. Miller. I guess it's somewhat appropriate that we have this legislation the day after National Dog Day. This matter was mandated by the Ohio legislature for us to alter the dog license fee so that we can sell 1, 3, and lifetime dog licenses. But the matter of concern to me, and we don't really have any control over it, is we have to send a percentage of the money back to the Ohio State University School of Veterinary Medicine, which I believe is the only school of veterinary medicine in the state of Ohio. Mr. Steen tells me that we'll be sending them about $15,000 to $20,000 a year. So I directed a letter to them asking politely if they would enter into some discussions with us. Since we're sending them $15,000, $20,000 a year, would they consider maybe sending us some interns or, you know, doing something for us in exchange, since we're probably one of the larger dog kennels in the county. And this will be $15,000 to $20,000 less that will go to the county, because the dog kennel is operated solely on that revenue from the dog licenses. So since we have a reduction of the amount of money going to the kennel, perhaps the the veterinary school can do something for us. So I'll let you know when I hear from them. All right, any discussion on this? All right, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. All right, any miscellaneous committee reports?
Madam Chair.
Committee reports, yes.
Finance and Budget, next meeting Monday, September 9th at 1 p.m. at our regular time, and also at a special time on Tuesday, September 17th at 3 p.m. And also to the clerk, I would like my name taken off as a sponsor on Resolution 2013-0162. Thank you.
Okay.
Madam
Mr. Graves.
Chairperson, the Health and Human Services Committee will meet on next Wednesday on, I believe it's September the 4th, for a special one-time appearance by the Director of Children and Family Services, Pat Rideout, for a presentation, and we're looking forward to that.
Anything else? Anybody else?
Human Resources Committee will meet September 3rd at 10 o'clock.
Okay, anything else?
Public Works Committee meeting will meet on September 4th, 11 o'clock.
All right, any miscellaneous business? Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
No, Madam President.
Anything else for the good of the order? This may be our longest meeting ever. All right, all those in favor of adjournment indicate by saying aye. Aye, we stand adjourned.
Yes, sir.